Today we're going to be making an absolutely classic meal of chili. It's one of my favorites. It's a great meal when you are at work and want to come home to a great smelling home. It is a lot of ingredients that you're going to need. So it's going to be a crock pot recipe. So you're going to need the crock pot to cook slowly all day. You're going to need 3 sets of beans. It's going to be 1 can of chickpeas, 1 can of red kidney beans. We're leaving the liquid in the kidney beans so that it stays thick, and 1 can of black beans. What else you're going to need is 1 large onion, some garlic, 2 green peppers, 2 red peppers. These are going to be roasted. 1 large zucchini. We're using jalapenos today, but you can use jalapenos, chilies, habaneros, whatever you like to get your heat in there. And only 3 spices: oregano, chili powder, and cumin. And of course, I can't forget, you're also going to need your canned diced tomatoes and salt and pepper to taste. One thing you might notice is that our beans are in takeout containers. So we do our own rehydrating of beans instead of buying cans. You can learn how to do that in the video in the description. But we have frozen chickpeas, we have frozen black beans. These red kidney beans are fresh, they have not yet been frozen, so we're going to be using those today.
The first step of this recipe is to roast both the red and green peppers that we have here. But most importantly, before we start that, is to wash your vegetables. Don't ever forget to wash your vegetables.
Since we're starting with roasting the peppers, the way that you want to prepare the peppers is cut off the sides and then cut it down the middle. That way you can lay everything flat onto the baking sheet. And then you just want to be removing the seeds. And I'll set this aside so that I can prep the baking sheet as well. Don't forget your scraps bowl for everything left over. Another way, and a much safer way, to empty the insides is to just break it out. Et voila! I should keep that.
Now that we've cut and prepped all our peppers, we need to prep the pan. So to do that, we need to oil the pan. And we're going to take our time to make sure that it's nicely spread out so nothing gets stuck to the pan.
I'm going to use one of the actual peppers to spread out the oil.
That way you don't get it on your fingers.
Perfect. So now to actually prep the peppers themselves, they need to face down on the sheet, but you want them as flat as possible. So I'm actually going to crush the pepper. And that's how it's going to broil. last step in preparing the peppers is to do a small coating of oil on top. So I'm going to use one of these brushes covered in oil and just paint them a little bit. Some might be more painted than others, that's totally fine. And now you're a professional oil painter. Now that the peppers are all oiled, just need to throw them into the oven to broil for about 15 minutes. Now what you want to wait for is for the tops of the peppers to start to blacken. One of the first things you're going to notice is that within 10 minutes, the peppers are going to start bubbling. They're not going to be blackening just yet, but they are going to start bubbling. So it's been 15 minutes. We did rotate the sheet to get a more even roast across the peppers. I would say it's not quite done yet, but it's definitely getting close. Perfect. So the peppers are done. So I'm going to turn off the oven and I'm going to pull the peppers right out. Now that is a perfect roast on those peppers. For the time being, we're going to set the peppers aside while we build the actual chili itself. One thing I love about making chili is that it's super easy. All you have to do is just throw the ingredients together and let it sit. So I'm going to start by throwing in the beans. And then the tomatoes. Okay, I'll set this can aside to be cleaned before recycling. The hot spicy peppers. I'm gonna squish this down a little bit. It does look like a lot, but as soon as the beans thaw, it'll all compact. Alright, we've cleaned up a little bit, so now I'm going to start with the zucchini. First thing you want to do, cut off both ends. And scrap bowl, of course. And how you want to prep the zucchini is by cutting it lengthwise into quarters. And then cutting the quarters into roughly 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch slices. And now that goes directly into the pot.
As you can see, we've added a whole red onion. You can use whichever onion you have on hand. White, yellow, red, it's all good. And we've also added 4 garlic cloves, although the recipe calls for 2. We just really like garlic, so garlic to taste. The next step is to add our dry spices. We'll be adding 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. So I'm going to grab these little measuring spoons here. 1 teaspoon of oregano. Half a teaspoon of cumin. And 1 tablespoon of chili powder. Very simple seasonings, but they pack a punch. And of course, don't forget to add your salt and pepper to taste. For now, we're just going to be doing 1/4 of black pepper. 1/4 teaspoon, sorry, of black pepper. We'll be doing about 1 teaspoon of salt. But again, as always, you should be tasting and testing as you go and adjusting to your preference.
Okay, the chili is almost entirely ready. All that's left to do is, now that the peppers have cooled, cutting them smaller and throwing them into the chili. The skin will fall off, that's completely normal. And I will say these peppers do smell absolutely amazing fresh out of the oven.
As you can tell, our crock pot is very full, but I promise you this does reduce as it cooks, so it'll definitely be a full crock pot, but it won't be overflowing.
This looks absolutely amazing, super colorful, and it already is starting to smell delicious. It's ready to go on to cook. The lid doesn't even fully fit. How we're going to do it, because the idea of the crock pot chili is so that you set it in the morning and come home to a delicious smelling home. So we're going to set it on low for 6 to 8 hours. If you are at home on a weekend, let's say, and you want to cook it faster, you could put it on high for 3 to 4 hours as well. But for this, we're going to do 6 to 8 hours on low. So the best way to take care of it while it's going, this is not a requirement, it's just something I like to do if I'm home, is every hour or so mixing the pot. That way the beans, the starches from the beans will mix into the liquid and it'll help thicken up the chili. 8 hours later, the chili is finally ready to go. It smells absolutely amazing. A great thing about set it and forget it type of meals like chili is that you prep it in the evening, you wake up before you go to work and you Set it to go, and by the time you walk in the door from work, all you can smell is chili. And that's one of my favorite things, especially about chili in particular. Another awesome thing about this is, as you can see, there's a lot of chili. So this recipe is going to cost you max $10-15, and it's going to easily feed a family of 6 or yourself with a lot of leftovers put into the freezer. It's an amazing recipe. It's going to save you a lot of money in the long run.
Cheers to good food
and good company.